Hello, everyone. My name is Eric, and I will be How2 University's new podcast host. We'll be posting weekly or bi-weekly podcasts based on the hottest university news, meeting with some special guests along the way. Those will include How2 University executive members, university instructors, How2 YouTube video creators, and more. For our first episode, we have two How2 executive students from Western and McGill, where we'll be talking about the life of a first year. Be sure to leave a like, and if you enjoy, subscribe to keep posted with all our content. This is our first podcast for How2 University, and if we can make a round table of who everybody is. I can start with me. So my name is Eric, and I will be the podcast host for this series. And I'm a first year computing student, just finished first year, going into second year at Queen's University. And Emily, would you like to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Emily, and I'm also an incoming second year student, but at Western University, and I'm studying business. And I guess I'll pass it off to Ben.
I'm a second year, going into second year at McGill University, and my name's Ben, and I am in a biology program.
Perfect. So that intro was a little more formal, but we can definitely keep the discussion pretty chill. I don't know too much about you guys because I didn't get to, hop on at the beginning of the first team meeting that you guys hopped on. So if you want, you can tell me a little bit about yourselves. Emily, how's Western? How's everything going?
Yeah, so I actually really like Western. I came into, my first year not knowing what to expect, but I really liked the people, the campus, and just the professors were also very knowledgeable. And it was really nice to get to meet new people and just to be part of classes that you were like truly interested in. And yeah, I think I got placed in like one of the better residences. So that was really nice. Like the food was good. So I was pretty happy with that.
Do you guys have like dining halls in your specific residence or?
It's like one dining hall at each residence.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the same thing. Each residence has its own dining hall.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that not
seriously?
how it is at Queen's?
So the way at Queens works, it's like some buildings actually have like the newer ones actually have like tam. Oh, you guys wouldn't understand what tam is. Like it's like these things it's kind of like a meal swipe that we can. It's like a restaurant kind of vibe, like like almost like fast food, but like a little more healthy. And then other places have those. So some places have like those restaurants and you could just like go down there, swipe real quick and then bring it up to your room or something. But other places like we have a dining hall that's in the middle of like all our residences. And we have like two. We actually have two. So we
Okay.
have two that are in between our residences, which are on the main campus. And then we have like a west campus, which is like it's a little bit further away from main campus. So I think it's like a 15-minute walk or something. But usually you don't get put in classes unless you're in like Con Ed, or like I know there's like a lot of teaching school classes there, so I haven't gotten put on West Campus yet. But they also have a dining hall and like I don't know if they have like one of those fast food. We call it like TAM places, kind of that's kind of part of the conversation. But yeah, no.
Funny
So
story.
you
I was like considering Con Ed at Queen's.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the Con Ed is, but so you're doing Con Ed at Western?
No, I'm doing business,
You're doing
but
business at
I was
Western.
like interested in like becoming a teacher or something.
Oh, I see,
Yeah.
I see. And how's business? I feel like from what I have heard, the difference between business was like Queens like our Queen's Commerce is like quite
Yeah,
close.
like very like rival kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I heard Ivy's like masters, their masters are better. So
Oh, really?
people from what I've heard try to either do masters at like my commerce roommate who is graduating now. Um he so he's graduating and he wants to take his MBA, and then that would be at like he wanted to take it at Western. He was either thinking Western or U of T, and then there was one more, I forgot what he said. But yeah,
Okay.
so I think like the MBAs are, I don't think our MBA is as great, but that's from my understanding.
Yeah, I know the MBA at U of T is really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And Ben, sorry, so what program are you going into, Ben?
First year it's just general science, but then
I see.
I was in like the biology program. There's like three like science groups, and I was in the bio one. And then I'm declaring my major this week, and I'm like 99% sure I'm gonna choose anatomy and cell bio. So I'm excited for that.
Nice. That's awesome. And McGill
Mhm.
is a very good school. Very good school. How do you like it so far?
I really like it. I love the city too. I live in Nova Scotia, and I went to like a really small high school. So like coming to Montreal was a big step. And I love the big city, but I still love the fact that we have like a nice green campus. So I
It's
really liked
huge,
my
right?
first year.
It's pretty
Yes.
big. Yeah, I know. That's great. And your program, you're liking it so far?
Yeah, it's a tough program, but it's challenging me, and I think I'm learning lots.
I would say, yeah. So general sciences, do you guys have to do like physics, chem, and bio, like
Yeah.
all three and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
you didn't really have a choice. You like first year you kind of take everyone takes the same courses, and then it's usually
Oh,
like
okay.
second year where you start to specialize in a major.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. With me, it was kind of just hop on, like jump straight to like the maths. So we started with like calculus and then hopped on linear algebra and then a bit of our computer science, but it wasn't like too heavy on that. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I'm not sure. How about you, Emily? What was your like first year like program wise?
Program wise, it was like so like I got put in like the general like business program, but then after like first year was when we decided to choose like a specialization like within business. Um
Okay.
yeah.
So you already picked which
Yeah,
specialization?
we already picked. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm picking starting tomorrow if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not mistaken. I haven't been keeping track.
You wouldn't want to miss that.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But at least we know. At least I already know like kind of what I've wanted to get into. What were your guys's speaking of that, like what were your guys's thoughts like hopping in university? Were you guys like confident with what you wanted to get into, or was it like, so?
No, not confident. I kind of just did like the process of elimination. Like I was like, no sciences, not engineering, not computer science. Okay, I guess it's like business. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of science, but like and what made you choose like business over content?
I think it was just I I don't know. I found like it had more like possibilities like for careers. So I was like, that could you can explore. You know, if you like numbers more, you can do finance. If you like being creative more, you can go towards marketing. So I like the
Yeah.
endedness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. What about you, Ben?
For me, I had no clue. Like I had no like end goal. I wasn't like, oh, med school or I want to be a lawyer. So it was just like based on my interests, and I really liked sciences, especially biology. So that's what helped me pick my program. I knew I didn't want to do engineering because I really don't like physics, and I didn't like language. So I kind of like avoided the arts. So then, yeah, science was like the obvious choice for me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the eng is from what I hear, it's very, very tough. I don't know. You guys have 5 classes a term?
Yes.
Five
I
classes?
only had 4 this year, both semesters, because I think like I had labs for like 3 of my classes. So like with the
Ooh,
credits, it like
yeah.
made it like a full course load. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, no, with from what I've heard with like most engineering programs, they go with like 6 or 7 every
Mm-hmm.
every term. So that's pretty tough. From what I've heard, it's been quite difficult. And I don't know if you guys have been told that, but like if I'm so glad, like, because I was thinking of going into computer engineering, which is not like too much of a difference, but there's a lot more like sciences involved and a lot more generalness around it. So like you're focusing like also on chemistry and a little bit of like things that you wouldn't see in computer science. But from what I've heard, the eng programs have been pretty tough, like class wise. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any like eng friends at all?
My roommate was in engineering and he is very smart. I think he did really well, but he's actually considering switching to business. I
Oh,
think
really?
like I think he got into to Eng and like it seemed like the better choice. Like since he got in, he would go into the harder program. But I think it's good that he's realizing that it's not for him, even though he's like succeeding.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. And Emily?
From what I know, like it's just really hard. Like their classes are like jam packed for their schedule. So
I, yeah, I know it's like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's like,
yeah, it's like
geez.
worse than a 9 to 5 job. I'm like,
No, yeah, it's super tough. Um, it's like, where do you have time to do class? I don't know.
yeah, exactly.
Did you guys go to, have any fun, go to parties or anything through the first year?
I mean, Western is a party school, so I was like influenced kind of to go to some, but they were fun, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Um,
like
at
McGill, same
least for
thing.
McGill, uh, well, it wasn't as much like dorm parties or like house parties because the legal age is 18. So like
Oh,
mostly
true.
everyone is legal their first year. So it was a lot of like going out to places like bars and clubs, which was really fun.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, with us we had to be careful. Some people had to be careful. But yeah, we're totally legal. Don't worry about it. This year, second year is where it gets fun, from what I heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anything like any cool experiences that happened, feel free to talk about them. If you guys if you guys went through anything with friends, any homecoming.
Do you have any that you
Yeah, sure. I can start. I feel like homecoming for me was a little boring because, well, I actually didn't go. But so the way that they laid homecoming out for us, it was kind of like they didn't want us to do it because either way, it actually ended up getting shut down a few times. Um, because police were like going around the campus every now and then. They were going around like residences. So I thought to myself, I was first term, I was a little bit I was in the mindset of like I'm not gonna go to any of these parties, like this is a waste of time, blah blah blah, like all that stuff. So I actually went home. So I went home to Mississauga because it was like the first homecoming, like Hoko was um on the Friday at the end of our reading week,
Mm.
and then the Foco was like the following homecoming, which was the next week on like the next Friday. I missed both of them. The first one I was actually coming back on the Saturday, and they were still going. They still go on from like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. but yeah, you could hear just police cars going by, and you can just from what I heard, a lot of stuff got shut down. And but there was some crazy stuff that happened from what I heard, because what I heard was like there was some, like, I can't even describe it to you. It was like literally like people were sitting on, or like they were like attached, they like attached themselves to like a tree, and it was like literally spinning from what they told me. And it was like like a bunch of people were just like strapped to it. There was like a party going on. Everybody was like
Wow.
drinking. It was like at a park. It was like at one of the parks. It was probably, from what I saw in the video, it looked like part of like the playground, like part of the playground of it. It was just a bunch of people like spinning. It was like crowd of people, and it got shut down in like 20 minutes, not even. But yeah, did you guys go to like homecoming or?
I
For us,
You go first.
okay, sorry. For us, I don't think homecoming is very big at McGill. Um,
Oh, really?
like I knew it was happening, but like there weren't any like events. It was also like pouring that weekend, but we did have fun on St. Patty's Day. And I'm trying to think. I feel like Halloween was the other big event, like the whole weekend, Halloween weekend. That was really fun.
Oh, really? How was that?
Mhm. It was just like 3 days straight. I feel like McGill doesn't really like when you see like Queens or like Western, like and everyone's like in the street, or even like I don't know, other universities like Dalhousie, like street parties aren't really a thing at McGill because it's like downtown, so like no one's gonna go like on those
Yeah.
busy streets. So like everyone just goes to like clubs and like bars and stuff. So it's like yeah, you don't really have to like you don't just walk outside, like you go to an event or something. So
Yeah.
it's less chaotic, I would say.
So you
Yeah.
like it better that way?
Um yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's well, I haven't experienced it, but from what I see, like people standing in the street, I don't see how that's like really fun.
Yeah.
So I like
I
going to like a club where there's like music and stuff and everyone's dancing.
Emily as well, did you have any experience in that end?
so like for homecoming, I actually didn't go, but I know a lot of people who did. It's like basically everyone goes out to one street called Brochdale, and it's like a sea of purple. Everyone just wears like school merch. And it's like kind of dangerous though, because people are like jumping off like poles into the
Oh,
crowd,
wow.
like free falls. They're like throwing alcohol like in the air. It's like
Oh,
it sounds
geez.
dangerous.
If you guys were to look back on something, like if you guys were to look back on your first year and think, oh, I wish I could have done this, like what would it be? Or like, I wish I could have done this, wish I could have done that. Like, what would it be?
Like something we missed out on.
Yeah, something you missed out on or feel like you could have improved on. Like, for example, I can start with mine. Like, from my experience off of first year, I feel like I never found a balance for myself. I think like one thing I found was like the first term, I was just like way too, like stuck up. Like I just like was focusing on like, okay, how do I get out of university? Like looking way too far and saying like, how can I get out of university like in the best minds, or in the best, like performing in the best way possible, I guess, like with grades, with scoring internships, with getting this, getting that. And then I feel like the second term after that, we got put online like the first 2 months because of the Omicron outbreak.
Yeah, yeah.
So since we were online for the first 2 months, I was like completely unmotivated. And then all of that, like, you know, um, feeling of, all that feeling of, okay, I have to get all this done. I have to get all this done. It was just like down the drain. And I got mad, like I got mad tired right after. And then once we got back into school, it was like, okay, I want to have fun now. And then I would like sometimes procrastinate work. And then sometimes it would be like, slowing down on this subject, all
So
that
like
Mm,
stuff.
first semester was like too serious and the second semester was like too loose.
Not serious enough.
mm.
Like, wake up.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you
Yeah,
guys
for
think?
me, first semester was well, first semester it was like it was kind of like a fever dream. Like I had never gone like out because it was like my first time being legal. So like going out with friends was like a new experience and something like none of us had ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And the classes were looking back, the classes were easier first semester. So it was still like I was trying to juggle like social life and studying. And like at the time I didn't know if I had a good balance. And then I ended up doing like good in my classes. But then second semester, I think I was too comfortable and was like, oh, if I did like good in my classes first semester and I didn't like and I worked like this amount, then I was like, oh, if I work the same amount this semester, like second semester, I'll do like good again. But the classes definitely got harder and we were online too. So like motivation wasn't at its best. And yeah, it was definitely, I think I had fun second semester and I was like, I was more relaxed and I enjoyed my time. And I obviously studied, but looking back, I probably could have like finals were rough, and I feel like
Yeah,
maybe we could have prepared a little better.
yeah. Finals are tough. They're super tough. How about you, Emily?
I would say like the first thing is to have made my year more balanced because the way I put my classes, I put all my hard ones first semester and then all my
Oh.
electives second semester. I don't know why I did that. I wish it was more balanced for me. And also just I wish I applied for internships earlier because I didn't know you have to apply like January, December, even like super early.
Some even like September, like second
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Like,
When
um,
school starts, it's like,
yeah, exactly. Like people I was literally meeting with, like people who I hadn't even known yet, they were just like, "Yo, so are you applying for internships?" And I was like, "What?" I
yeah,
thought that was like third year or
I
something like that,
know, I
right?
know.
And it's like, people I tell now who I'm just like, I have to get an internship this summer. I have to like try to get a job through the
And then
summer.
you feel like you need one too because
Yeah,
everyone
right?
else is getting one.
Exactly. And then like even if I talk to like my parents and I'm like I would actually like talk to my mom about like getting an internship this summer. She's like, "Why are you getting it so early?" Like,
Yeah, it's like your
isn't that like
first year.
but it's like that's how it is now. It's like a few of the programs do like require that and require you to get like an internship and stuff. That I wasn't able to score. And that's why I would say like I'm looking for more balance because the second term where it starts to get more serious, like, okay, yeah, let's start getting an internship now. I didn't have that, right? I didn't have that
Yeah,
like super work ethic and got too confident on some and then waited a while and that's that's what ended up happening for me, but I'm not
it's a
sure.
second year thing. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go for second year.
Yes.
Go for second year. And Ben, do you kind of have those same discussions at like general science too, or?
I know a lot of people were like scrambling to work in lab or like volunteer in labs,
Mm-hmm.
and that wasn't something I was really looking to do just because, well, I already have a job in the summer. I work as a lifeguard and
Yeah.
I'm full time this year. So, yeah, I wasn't like searching for those opportunities, but I'll probably start volunteering next year.
No, yeah, that's a good idea. No, I think it's not too much pressure with that. I've known like I've known when it came to like computer science, and I remember our computer science and commerce kids are the ones that really look for it, because those are the
Hmm.
ones where like if it's super good to get a first one, and people who end up in fourth year, like looking back, they go like, oh, I wish I got one in first year, and that's like
Yeah.
that like sticks on you for a bit because I remember my roommate who was in commerce also said that. And I think for my understanding, commerce and business are like
They're like
West
synonyms. Yeah.
synonyms. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
They're like okay, same thing.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm not sounding like they're two different things.
No, no, you make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I was actually off campus the first year. I actually didn't get into residence because I don't know what happened. There was like not enough space. And they told me last minute, but then it was like on a West Campus place and I was not excited to go there. So I was already signing with a new place off campus and I was like, yeah, why not just take this instead?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys were both in residence, I'm guessing?
I actually, well, I was in residence, but McGill also ran out of like student housing. So then like they put all the students that didn't get assigned a residence because like they got all filled up quick. They put all like the leftover students in this building that was like right. It's like it was like in between a couple of the residences, so it was like really close, and it was a lot nicer building. They kind of like rented out like a certain amount of floors, so it like became a McGill residence. Not officially, but like we were all there, so it ended up
Whoa,
working out.
that's so crazy. So it's like it worked out even better.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
know what it was with all these universities running out of room like this year.
I
For
know.
you guys too?
Yeah. But what happened for us was that they moved like the leftover like access students into like a second year building. Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened to like the second
They
years?
were like, you guys have to find off-campus housing.
Oh, I see. No, with me it was just like, yeah, you're good luck finding a place. Like that's it in June. And I was scrambling because it was like 3 more months and like everything's already sold there.
Yeah,
And
and I don't think it's fair. Like your first year, you're like
hmm
still adjusting, and they want
yeah,
you to live like off campus already.
no, yeah, that was tough. But at least like it actually worked out great for my end because I found a place that was better than residence in my opinion. And still a little bit far, but everything in Kingston is kind of close, so it's not too bad for like the walk and everything. It's a little bit like it's closer to downtown than residence, I'd say. And it's like why not, I guess. But I would have definitely liked having, the residence meal plan already in. I heard it was like overpriced. I don't know how you guys think about the prices with on your end.
It was definitely overpriced. Yeah. And I don't know why for us it was like $6,000. And I was like, that's too much.
6,000 a term or
The
the
whole
year?
the whole
The
year.
year. Let me get the quick
I
just
have mine up. I know
yeah.
our residences are a lot, like I think our tuition is pretty similar to other schools, but I know our residences are a lot more expensive and they range from like 18,000
Mhm.
to like
18?
yeah,
Yeah.
the some
Wait, does this
some are I think, but this includes meal plan, I guess.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it includes the
Yeah.
food, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
for
mine.
ours, it's if it includes the food, it's like 16K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of close. Like ours, I think ours actually no. So ours ranges 15 to 17 from what I'm seeing. So it depends on like where you get or where you put yourself. But some of them like the nicer residences are actually more expensive.
Yeah, the hotel residences at McGill are like 19.
Mm. Wow.
But then there's one residence that's 16.
I see.
And then the rest are in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like close to the same. Okay. So most residences are like pretty close to the same
Yeah.
from my understanding. Did you guys get meal plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
was that like 3 meals a day as well?
Like each meal you like pay for what you're buying. So it's not like how many meals a day, it's like how you spend your money. I think well, I don't know if there would, I usually only eat like 2 meals a day, and I would run out like a week before the end of the semester. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So were you like, did you, for, would you actually only have 2 meals a day, or would you end up having like three, cook yourself
Mm,
something, or?
no, it was more like some meals it would just be like I would just buy like a granola bar or something, so it'd be like it wasn't like a whole meal.
Okay,
Hmm.
Okay.
okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Okay, my internet connection is like unstable for some reason.
no
But
worries.
basically I was saying that for ours it's like they like weigh each of your meals and then they charge you based on that.
They weigh it,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That one I have not heard of. I didn't know that. Wow.
I
So like,
yeah.
was it like overpriced if you
Yeah,
had
like
like a heavy
pretty
meal?
much, yeah.
I feel like a lot of them are. Like from my meal plan, because I wasn't on residence, so it didn't come like automatically. I had to buy it separately. And the only one, because of like COVID, they didn't want anybody outside of residence walking in and having a meal plan. So we weren't allowed in like my meal plan technically didn't have like dining hall access allowed, but my card was actually letting me go in like just fine. So I actually thought I was allowed in for like the entirety of the first term and a little bit of the second. And then when I came back in like for good after the online part of that second term, I came back in and I wasn't allowed in dining halls anymore. And they're like, "Oh, we fixed our system. So like your meal plan is actually only supposed to be able to for you to get like the TAM places, like the restaurant kind of spots." So for the rest of that, plus it was like the first half, basically the first half of the term was like I didn't get much because I wasn't there most of the time. Um, and then I actually spent like I had to get like 2 meals, 2 or 3 meals a day just off of like the restaurant places because like I had to spend those, right? I didn't want to leave one left, and I cut it like right until like the second, third last day. And then,
But that's so unfair for you. Like technically your first year.
yeah, yeah, it was weird. It was weird because I think it was like you, I had initially thought that I had to buy the meal plan like like early September, but we were supposed to get them in advance. And
Um,
like if I had initially bought it in like June or like July, then maybe I would have been able to like go into the dining halls, like get that dining hall meal plan. But with like the last minute COVID thing happening, they were just like, yeah, we can't have you do that. So they just like
wow.
they weren't allowing me in, but I was swiping fine the entirety of the first term. So literally I made my money's worth because dining hall is like you can eat whatever you want. Like you just swipe once and then that's it. It's like all
That's
you can eat kind of
good.
thing. So I was making my money's worth.
If only they didn't fix the system. Like,
Like, come on, why do you have to fix it?
yeah.
But so like every meal that you had to like weigh it, even like for there was no like all you can eat like dining hall or anything.
No, no, there was like
Oh no.
nothing, everything had a price tag. It was like at the grocery store.
Ooh. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. No, my friends who like went in from Western actually like he told me that he didn't see like a legitimate dining hall, like a legitimate one, and
What does he mean by
I
it?
was like, what do you mean by that? Yeah, exactly. And he was like, yeah, everybody's like paying for their stuff on the spot. And I was like, oh, really? Because like for
Yeah.
us, we pay it all in advance, and then we just like swipe all throughout like the year, right? So I didn't even know you had to like you're just like paying for it gradually, right?
Yeah, so it's basically like when we pay for the meal plan, like that amount is like deposited or put into a card, and so each time we swipe it, money is like subtracted from
Oh,
that
yeah.
Yeah,
deposit.
Okay.
that's the same system as McGill.
Yeah, so it's like its own currency, right?
Hmm.
What is it called for you guys?
For us, it's called one card,
It's
and well, it's like split into three, but it's on your one card.
ours is
Oh,
also
okay.
called one card.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also called one card.
Yeah.
Ours is like our currency is called like flex. Like we have like
we
flex
also
money.
have Flex
It's
money.
called flex.
We have like it's on our student ID, and it's like three categories, but I don't know how it works exactly, but there's like the meal hall money, there's flex money, and then there's one card money, and it's all on the same card. And like I was, depending on which residence you're in, like I had more one card money for some reason, but it worked at the
Oh.
meal hall, so I didn't understand the point of
Yeah, I
naming
think
them,
mine
but
is similar to Ben's. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm the odd one out here. I think we just have our like flex and you're not allowed to go into the dining hall unless you have like meal swipes. So you like every time you go into the meal like the dining hall, you could just swipe it and then that's it. Like you're good to go in. You're not like paying anything else or you're not like putting in something else. So you guys like put all your money in like right at the beginning, I'm guessing, and then like
Yeah, yeah.
had it saving from then.
Yeah, and like
yes.
each time you buy something, it's like subtracted from that.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of like our flex, just for different places,
Yeah.
I
It's
guess.
it's like
Oh.
I don't know why they make it so complicated. Like,
Mhm.
Sometimes, yeah, they actually, I feel like they could make this like a lot simpler in terms of like all the eating stuff. Like,
yeah.
why am I not allowed in a dining hall, but like I'm allowed to spend these swipes at a restaurant? Like, I don't
I
know.
think like I think the reason for like the system that Emily and I have is so that like you're it's to make like the food better quality, I think, because they're not like over making, they don't have like an excess in food, because like one meal you can get like a lot more than just like one plate. It's like you're like literally like
Oh.
buying, it's not like
It's
also
like fit for what you want.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like they don't make, yeah. And also for us, like we have like grills and stuff, so the food is like made, like we tell the chefs like what we want and then they like make it right there. So a lot
Mhm.
of the times they don't like have, it's not like serve yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like different. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. It's just, with us, it's like pretty much the foods are like the same value. Like you could use a meal swipe at the restaurants. There's like a difference between like meal swipes and TAMs. And then our TAMs are like used when you swipe at a restaurant. It's kind of weird because like you can do the same thing at both
Okay.
kind of
So
I
thing.
for
feel like
you, is it like, oh sorry, you go
no, man,
Emily.
you go ahead.
For you, is it like you swipe your card, if you like get, I don't know, like a snack and you swipe, it would be like the same as if you got like a whole meal and you swiped once.
If I got a snack like at the market or something, or like
Hmm.
I could use flex money.
But what if you got it at your like meal?
Like I got it along with my meal.
Yeah.
That counts as part of the TAM that you swipe for it.
Yeah, so I think for Emily and I, like if like one day we decide to like only eat like a salad or something, it would be like it cost less money than if we had like a
Right.
whole, like the whole meal that they had that day. So
Right.
then
And
like
that's
that way you like
stupid.
spend your money.
That's actually really smart. That's good with you guys because you guys are spending less for getting stuff like that. But with us, we're actually spending a whole meal just for like something small. If we just like, let's say we can get a TAM that has like a drink and a side, right? And that's a meal and that's a TAM swipe and a meal swipe, right? If we were to get like the entire drink side and the burger, but I just wanted the burger, I don't want like side or anything, I'm basically paying the same thing. Like I'm doing a swipe for just that.
It's like not worth it. Like, what if you
It's
don't want
not
to drink?
like what if I'm tired of having Coke twice a day, like a Coca-Cola twice a day? Come on, like I'm
That's not good for your health either.
right? And like the fries every day. So I'm like sometimes I'm alternating like chip bags instead. And
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, so it was like it was quite repetitive not being at the dining hall because like it was that same restaurant like twice a day. And instead sometimes I would buy like booster juice instead
Yeah,
or
boost is
Tim's.
really good.
Yeah. But it was actually pretty good. I mean I like that I could spend it throughout the first term. So that's like it's my accomplishment in terms of food. And it was pretty like my meal plan compared to a lot of others was pretty cheap. So not complaining too much.
Yeah.